Marcus Langston was no ordinary businessman. At 43, he was a founder and CEO of Langston Enterprises, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate with holdings in real estate, tech, and hospitality. But lately, something had been bothering him. Despite the numbers on his spreadsheets and the endless luxury, something didn't sit right. He had received a tip from a former employee, a whisper about growing rudeness in his chain of restaurants, especially toward poor or homeless patrons. He knew there was only one way to find the truth, to see it for himself. So, dressed in ragged clothes, with a fake beard and smudged skin tone makeup, Marcus went on a secret mission. His goal? To walk into one of his lower-performing diners unannounced and see how they treat someone with nothing. The bell above the door jingled softly as Marcus entered Melody's Diner. It was a cozy spot with 14 booths and the smell of frying eggs in the air. Only a handful of customers were inside, heads down, minding their own business. Behind the counter stood a young woman named Lena Harper, mid-20s, sharp eyes, hair tied up in a messy ponytail, and a tired but genuine smile. She was cleaning a sticky syrup stain when she noticed Marcus walk in. While the other server, Brad, rolled his eyes at Marcus' ragged appearance and muttered, "Here we go again," Lena didn't flinch. Instead, she greeted him with, "Hi there. You look cold. Come in." Booth or counter? He hesitated, played the role. I don't have much. I could just sit and drink water." Without missing a beat, Lena replied, "You sit wherever you like. First drinks on me, and I'll see what we can do for food. Don't worry." Marcus blinked. He didn't expect that. Over the next hour, Marcus observed Lena as she worked. She didn't just serve food, she served kindness. When a single mom came in with two loud toddlers, she brought crayons from the back to keep them busy. When an elderly man dropped his fork, she kneeled to pick it up before anyone else could react. And when Marcus hesitated to order food, she brought him a hot plate of scrambled eggs and toast, paid out of her own tip money, all while her coworker Brad laughed behind her back. But Lena didn't care. She served everyone the same, with respect. Even when a man looked poor or had no money, she saw him as human. Later, Marcus watched as the diner's manager, Doris, stepped out from the back office. She noticed Marcus sitting at the corner table and pulled Lena aside. "What's that man doing here?" Doris hissed. "You know we don't let vagrants hang around." Lena responded, "He's just cold and hungry." "Doris, he's not hurting anyone." But Doris snapped, "You can't just give away food like this. It's not a charity. We're barely scraping by." At that moment, Marcus quietly stood up. He turned toward them and said in a low voice, "Maybe you should listen to her." Doris scoffed, "Mind your business, sir." Marcus reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small leather wallet. He flipped it open to reveal something shocking, an official Langston Enterprises executive badge. Silence hit the diner like a thunderclap. "My name is Marcus Langston," he said calmly. "I own this place." Doris' mouth dropped open. Brad nearly dropped a tray of glasses. Lena froze in place. Marcus looked directly at Lena. "You treated me with kindness when you thought I had nothing. You didn't hesitate. You didn't judge. And you didn't let anyone tell you otherwise." He turned to Doris. "But you judge based on appearances. You almost kicked me out, and this is the culture you allow here." Doris stammered, I didn't know." But Marcus raised his hand. "I'm not looking for excuses. I'm here for truth, and I found it." He turned back to Lena. "Would you step outside with me for a moment?" Outside, the rain had stopped, and the air felt clearer. Marcus pulled out his phone and made a quick call. 2 black SUVs pulled up within minutes. Out stepped 2 assistants in suits. Lena stood frozen. "What's going on?" she whispered. Marcus smiled. "Lena, you showed me what this world needs more of. Not just service, but humanity. And for that, I'd like to offer you something." He handed her a folder. Inside, a job offer as customer experience consultant at Langston Enterprises. A full scholarship to finish her business degree. A $25,000 upfront bonus. And full relocation support if she wished to move to the city headquarters. Tears filled Lena's eyes. "Why me?" Marcus looked her in the eye. Because when no one was watching, you did the right thing. News of the story spread quickly. The diner was later restructured under new management. Doris was removed from her role. Brad, given one final warning and sensitivity training. And Lena, she accepted the offer. Within 6 months, she became one of the most praised employees at Langston Enterprises. She designed kindness training modules that would be implemented across every Langston restaurant in the country. Her story went viral, not because she became rich, but because she was kind when it was inconvenient. In a world so quick to judge by appearances, in a world where kindness is rare and often dismissed, one waitress proved that character is not about status. It's about the heart. And in showing that heart, her whole life changed. So the next time you see someone who looks less than, remember Lena. And remember, the greatest test of your character is how you treat those who can do nothing for you, because you never know who's watching or who they really are.